All right, what's up, guys? It's Chingun Pope. We're here at PAX East 2011. I'm here with Joe Olson and Michel Gagne. Did I say that right? Yes. All right, and they are co-creators of Insanely Twisted Shadow Planets. Now, if you guys don't mind, could you just briefly tell me a little about the game, describe it, give me a quick little overview, just for anybody at home who hasn't gotten a chance to play it yet?
Sure. It's a puzzle action exploration side-scroller based on the art of Michel Gagne, in a mouthful.
Actually, it's not even based on the art. It is the art. The art is created specifically for the game. So
yes.
It's not really based on it. The art is, the art was created for Shadow Planet. So, sorry.
Okay, so you have a movie background, correct? You did movies for a little while. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I started in the movie industry back in 1985. And worked for a lot of Hollywood studios, Don Bluth Studios, Warner Brothers. I've worked for Pixar. I've worked for, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, a lot of different studios. And in 2000, after working in the movie industry for about 15 years, I decided to pursue an independent career and moved to the Pacific Northwest to do that, and Shadow Planet is one of the projects that I started with my partner Joe here in 2006.
So how did you two actually come together to make this thing happen?
I think Joe should answer that.
Well, I worked in the industry for about 10 years when I met Michel as a special effects artist. I worked for Midway Games, making games like Stranglehold, The Suffering, Mortal Kombat, that kind of stuff. I ran the special effects department there in Seattle. We put together a summit in which the second day I got Michel to come and do a seminar. We were showing him some of our work, specifically in Stranglehold that we were working on at the time. And Michel was really impressed with the power of the next-gen consoles that were out at the time. The last game that Michel had played was Doom.
The first Doom.
The first Doom. So he was kind of impressed with the graphical step up and the power that was available. We kind of got together and started talking about making a game and using that power to drive future quality animation. And that was kind of the beginning.
So now when you describe the game, you named a whole sort of, a lot of different stuff, puzzle, shooter, all sorts of stuff. Is there any reason you guys try to incorporate so many different kinds of gameplay into this title?
Well, the people over at Fuel Cell Games were all fans of old 8-bit games like Metroid, so there's a lot of homage paid in that direction. And plus, we didn't want to just make a shooter. We wanted there to be some discovery, wanted there to be some exploration, some retraversal, and we really wanted to cram as much richness into this game as we possibly could.
Now, one thing that I noticed as I started playing, and I know you said you tried to keep a lot of outside influences away from it, the game Limbo that came out on Xbox Live not too long ago, it's a very similar art style, and I'm not saying you stole it from them or anything, but it's a...
We had our first trailer out before Limbo ever had their trailer.
So Limbo stole it from you?
No, they didn't. Shadow puppets have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. So, Shadow puppet, to me, the little I've seen of Limbo doesn't even remotely look like this. I don't see. I'm actually surprised that people draw a parallel, because the only commonality is the fact that they both use shadow puppets. But that's pretty much it. As far as stylistically, they're completely different. So it would be almost saying like, well, here's a horror movie and here's a horror movie. Oh, were you influenced by that? Within that creative genre, you can do a lot of different things. So I think with silhouette work, there can be millions of different variations that are stylistically completely different.
Now, another thing I noticed as I was playing, it felt a lot like, say, like a Metroid game, but rather than platforming, it was kind of more of a twin-stick shooter kind of feeling. Is that something you guys went for on purpose, or did that just kind of take shape? Did you intend to kind of make this sort of Metroid-style game?
Yeah, when we started out, we definitely wanted to involve. In fact, the first tool that we had in the concepts was the claw. So a lot of the initial gameplay concepts worked around using the claw. Later on, we added a lot more of the attachments, like the blaster, as we went along. You mentioned pixel junk shooter. Is that what you said? Pixel Junk Shooter is definitely awesome, and I think those guys always do great work. I'm a big fan of Monsters, personally. Wasted a lot of hours on that game, but I don't think we're that influenced. We're influenced by a lot of the games we play. A lot of the guys play Geometry Wars back in the day. Dual stick shooters like that have a nice fast-paced feel. So we wanted to incorporate a little bit of that action as well, with not making it a straight-up shooter.
Now, you mentioned, the claw, and I know there are a lot of different tools you're obviously going to have in the game. You had that nice little wheel of tools there. I know I got a chance to use the scanner, the claw, and I guess it was like a ray gun, whatever you want to call it. The shooter. No, I did not use a buzzsaw yet. So there's a buzzsaw there. That's cool. Are there any other tools that you guys want to kind of reveal, or some you just want to keep under wraps until the release?
Well, if you watch the Attract movie at the end, and we actually posted that online too, it gives you a little bit of a hint of what's to come. In that trailer, we show the lightning attachment. We also show the shield, as well as the guided missiles. So there's going to be a lot of different upgrades for your ship that you can. Once you can retraverse through the level more powerful than you were, and gain access to previously inaccessible areas and levels that you've been in before.
And you can actually even upgrade some of your tools, like the pea shooter. You can keep upgrading it through the game as well, and like have armors around your saucer that keeps building, things like that.
So the final question for you guys, release date. You guys have one planned, or you just have a general time frame?
Summer.
Just summertime? All right, well, it sounds good.
Out to say.
All right, well, anything else you guys want to know before I let you go?
I would like to say something. My goal into coming into the game industry was to create a beautiful work of art. And the goal of Joe is to create a wonderful game. And I think this is a perfect union. It's like I'm obsessed about making this like an absolute beautiful work of art and prove Roger Ebert wrong when he said that games can never be work of arts.
Well, we're glad to have some of you guys on our side in that argument. Well, I think you guys are definitely achieving that really well. It definitely does seem to be a great fusion of art and gameplay. So really much looking forward to seeing more on it. And thank you guys for the interview. I guess that's going to wrap it up. So be sure to check out some of our other interviews. We got Tim Schafer. We got a couple other interviews going on. And see you guys around the site.